Work, I can tell you that.
It looks like you had some early in a minute.
Yeah, we did. We came out and played, started well. Obviously got a lot of stuff we got to continue to work on. Very impressed with the way Cole's played. Very efficient, operating the system, ran hard. Guys had good energy really coming out, really challenging those guys. And again, just stressing to those guys. And nobody knows their name, so you just keep coming out. And maybe one of these days somebody will pick your name up along the way. That they didn't expect you to do much. And so, again, playing with an edge, a little sense of urgency. And to see these guys come out with that little urgency that they had and challenging them a little bit, And so it was good. I think we went 15 plays, something like that. And Cole got it in, and it was good. It was good to see. Started off and rolled from there, and it did some good things. Obviously, just looking at a few other guys out of it. Really, there were some guys that really stepped up along the way. And we still got some work in some other areas. We got to get better in our short yardage game. Got to be better. We'll keep working that.
Would you say it's airtight at running back? Is that close? Or is there one or two guys?
It is close. I mean, they're all four working extremely hard. When you start looking at DJ and Zach and Wayne and CJ, those are four guys right there that it's going to be who's got the hot hand. It really is what it's going to probably come down to. I don't know if you'll be any further along by the end of the camp with saying, look, he's the guy. I think it's going to be who has the hot hand, and I think it's going to create a sense of edge in that running back room. And, hey, you better stay on with it, and you better be on your game.
Any of those young wide receivers creating any separation?
Yeah. You know what? I've been very pleased, very, very pleased with Damari Kitt. Damari Kitt's had a good, not great, a long way from being great. Good means he got to the practice field and he's running the right routes and he's catching the ball. He's doing some good things, which I'm very pleased with. He's very coachable. He shows up every day, and we always tell these guys, be seen, don't be heard. And I'm very pleased to see the way Damari has shined. Kyron had a couple of really nice catches today. It's good to see him. He's been up and down a little bit during camp, and to see him finish today, I was pleased to see that. Jerome Hopper, G-Hop, is a guy that's, again, be seen, don't be heard. And he's being seen right now. So we'll see if that continues. It'll be up to him. Those guys like that, and Artavius Scott. Artavius has had a good camp. Some of these guys are kind of hitting the wall right now, these young guys, and we're just having to push them through it. But Artavius doing some good things, and he's going to be a really good player for us this year.
Is that more of a mental wall or a physical wall for the freshmen, do you think?
Well, I think it's more both. Both. It's mental. You're adding, you got so much install going in on them. You're trying to overload them. I mean, I'm trying to just basically smother them and see what they can do and see if they can respond to the pressure that we're going to put on them. We're going to strain their little butts and see how they respond. And some of them will respond, and some of them will fold like a one-leg pudding. I mean, it won't be good. And so you try to really stress to those guys, to really hang on to that thing and really we tell these young guys, Mylan Richards is going to be a phenomenal player for us. And I just say, hang on. Everybody's been in your shoes before, and just ride the wave. It'll all come at one point in time when it's supposed to.
What's happening with the offensive line?
Well, a lot of different guys. We had a couple guys out today, but a lot of different rotations going on right now with guys, different positions. Some to see if it's good, and some to test them and say, well, okay, you don't belong there, you belong somewhere else. I think trying to get some continuity over the next 10 days, 8 to 10 days before we get out of break camp. But, again, we've been pleased with them. For the most part, we got to get better in some of the short yardage game, but I can help that. I can do some things to help them out in that regard, but they're going to be just fine. We're going to have our guys; they'll be ready to go. And the big thing is just make sure that you care, and it means something to you. And it's something to be said about wearing the paw, and we try to stress that all the time to them. you're not the first guy that's ever worn a Clemson paw on your helmet, and you're not going to be the last guy that's ever worn the paw on your helmet. So you've got the duty and the obligation to uphold the standard that we've set here. And if you can't do it, somebody else will. And that's not just them, that's everybody. And so really talk about that. It's a big deal to have that paw on the side of your helmet. And so just having that group just come together. And so over the next 5 to 8 days, really trying to find that continuity. I've been pleased with some of the things. And obviously there's some areas we got to get better at. That we all know that's a group right there that's got to be together. And but I will say this, effort has not been a problem with those guys.
Is there one guy that's sticking together?